You guys, welcome to Modern Entertainment, where I'm trying my best to keep you company for as long as I can. Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 rideshare type jobs that you can do to make some extra money on the side, or you can do it full time if you want to. Some of them I don't recommend you do because they're not worth it, but some of them are if you live in the right areas of the world to do it. So I know that when it comes to Postmates is a really good way of making money, like side money, not in full income money. Don't do Postmates full time. Postmates sucks. But for the most part, if you need that extra $5, $10 for gas, or you need that extra $5, $10 to eat, you can do Postmates 24/7. It doesn't matter where you are, and they'll always have money to give you. They'll always have jobs for you. They'll always have little fares to give you. The problem with Postmates is they don't pay you a lot. And when I say they don't pay you a lot, they don't pay you a lot. Like, you're making under minimum wage if you do Postmates. So you wouldn't really want to do that full time, honestly. Coming in at number 4 for me personally is Doordash. Now, Doordash is an upgrade from Postmates in certain areas, but not in others. With Doordash, you have to schedule yourself to work. But Doordash pays at least $10 an hour, $10.50 an hour, depending on how fast you are. Doordash has a system where, if you want to speak to customer service, the customer service team, they're not Americanized customer service. So they're not really going to understand what you're saying. Like, if you have a complaint or you have a problem, they deal with very basic stuff. And I feel like that's sort of DoorDash's downfall, because a lot of us have trouble in situations where we don't know where we're going, or the app is messing up and we need to reach out to the customer. Like, the DoorDash customer service team does not know how to help us in that aspect. But for the most part, the food is more high class than Postmates, and you get paid just a little bit more than Postmates. And I feel like that's where they do good, because when you do schedule yourself to work, you can reject as much as you want and take the big orders that you get. It is time consuming though, so you have to take, as big as you can in your area. Coming in at number 3, I would think, is Lyft. Now, Lyft used to be my favorite just because I was too young to do Uber, but Lyft was a platform where you could, drive wherever you wanted, pick up whoever you wanted. You'll get paid accordingly. But with Lyft, they didn't really tip on Lyft. I felt like you get sort of the lower tier passengers on Lyft. Like, they don't like Uber for specific reasons, or Uber's too expensive, so they downgrade and go to Lyft. So I feel like I wasn't really getting my full share of, the benefits that you would get if you were with other rideshare companies. But I like Lyft. It's better than DoorDash and Postmates for sure, if you like having people in your car. If you don't like having people in your car, don't do Lyft, I promise. It's not worth it. I've never had people throw up in my car doing Lyft, but I have heard stories. I think now you can reject people who are intoxicated, but I'm not too sure. With Lyft, you get paid more than minimum wage, but less than other rideshare areas. But depending on where you live, I'm sure it fluctuates. But I prefer Lyft over DoorDash and Postmates. Coming in at number 2 is Uber. Now, I like Uber a lot. A lot of people don't like Uber just because of the bad experiences that happen, especially women, which is understandable. I hope that you guys have never had a really bad experience with your Uber driver or passenger. I could tell you stories, but not on this video because I think I'd get in trouble or get flagged. But with Uber, you get paid more than you do with Lyft. I don't know if that's like that now, but before it was. And with Uber, they have more benefits. They take care of more people. I think there's a new law that passed that you have to take care of service animals, though. So you can't, even if you're allergic or you're scared of animals, you have to invite them in your car and take care of whatever hair they shed or something. And if you don't, you get fired. So if you're not up for that, just consider Uber like a second resort. And number 1 would be Grubhub. Grubhub in certain areas pays $20 an hour. And you deal with like the high class food, like not that you would deal with DoorDash and Postmates, but they pay you according to, the person's tips. With DoorDash, they take your tips. Postmates doesn't really give you tips at all, but Grubhub, you keep your tips and you get to do the big orders and they're always busy. And when you get into your market, they don't hire other people. So you get the majority of the share when you want to work. And I feel like that's really good. And now they have it to where you can, cash out as much as you want. So there'd be days where I'd make like $150 and I get the cash out right then and there. And I take care of all the bills that I needed to take care of. And that's something you could do full time. Now, hopefully this helped. Grubhub is something that nobody really knows about, so I felt I would share it with you guys. I feel like the others are more known, which is a bad thing because that's saturated. And with Grubhub, it's not saturated. And I feel like you'd be in a better situation if you stuck with them. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.